Thanks for joining us today, listeners, for Elko Live, today's radio show here on KELK. We're so excited to revisit with Ruby Mountain Voices. And Ruby Mountain Voices, our local choral group, they were founded in October of 2024, and nothing has held them back since. We have an entire host of singers here today, and I want to, first of all, introduce Valerie Sargent, who is president of this local nonprofit creative vocal group, combining their talents, entertaining the community, providing uplifting experiences now since 2024. Valerie, welcome back to the studio.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here today.
Well, you brought a bunch of friends here today. Hi, Rick, and Rick has joined it. Did you bring the puppy? Because we were hoping. No, not yet? Okay. Oh, good. Good. We wish we had the puppy in our midst, but not just yet. So Valerie, introduce us to the friends that you brought today, and we're going to talk more about Ruby Mountain Voices' schedule for the rest of the year during this joyous season, and then what's ahead in 2026.
Yes, exciting news. Immediately to my right is Lynn Lamont, who is one of our fabulous altos and also a retired teacher in the community that many know. And then we have Emily Croft. She is also one of our fabulous sopranos. And of course, Rick Winnington, who is on the board as vice president, and he's one of our bass voices, and Connie Muir.
Yay.
Thank you.
And Connie, of course, a pianist who accompanies the group. We've seen you already so many places doing so many beautiful things, lifting spirits. Ruby Mountain Voices was, for example, at Sky Fair.
Yes, we were. They invited us, and also to be on their float in the parade, which was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. We got to see you. You even tossed in, I think, a stop at the Silver Bell stop here in Elko, which was really nice.
Yes, it was. The convention center invited us to that.
And you've been at the Giving Machines, too, just this season, right, Valerie?
Yes, we have. We repeated there also, too. And then last night we sang at Festival of Trees.
Oh, that's right. You were up on the big stage. And so Ruby Mountain Voices, basically a group of people who, as you've already mentioned, some have been singing for their entire lives. Some have that passion, that drive, that desire. Others, like Connie, have been accompanying beautiful voices, for a while. And obviously, Valerie, this is a group that in common, you have that passion for music.
Yes, we do. And as you saw in the notes there from when we started this organization, the desire, the burning there is always there, and it never goes away, and so singing with a group of people, though, is different than singing solo. And when you do that, first of all, you have to blend together, so when you're singing solo, you can just do whatever the heck you want to do.
In the shower, in the car, karaoke.
I know, but when you sing in a choir, you have to blend your voice, and you can no longer be the solo voice. Mm-hmm. You cannot be the outstanding voice. And so it really brings you together and knits you together as a community.
So how have things changed possibly since 2024? How big has the choir gotten, for example, Valerie? What stands out for you?
Improvement. They have all improved so dramatically. It's just amazing. And they have come together as a choir family, and blending and the sociality of it. And they always look forward to what we're doing. We did really stretch them with our patriotic concert. So we kind of backed off a little bit on our Christmas songs so they weren't so hard, so we could enjoy the season because we were going to be performing a lot. But coming up for 2026, we'll come back to our concert that we're going to have shortly, but 2026 has a lot of exciting prospects that we're going to work on also too.
Very exciting. And I think it is important to remind listeners, Ruby Mountain Voices does perform year-round. They're rehearsing year-round. They're choosing music. Committees are meeting and deciding. So it's not as though you can just learn your songs and then that's your repertoire. You have different seasons and occasions that you're learning new music for constantly.
Yes, we do. And so after the Christmas season is over, we are going to get back to our pop Broadway songs for a concert that we had to put off last year. We had an ambitious schedule last year. We thought we could do 4 concerts. They were big ones. And unfortunately, that is just a lot with people that work full time. and everybody's busy lives and their families, that was just a little too much. And so we've scaled that back to where we're definitely going to try to hit 3 major concerts a year.
How exciting, how wonderful for the community, Valerie. And I also hope that listeners realize that when you come from a bigger community, you have access to orchestras, to choirs, to any number of symphonies or groups, professional groups that, for example, are compensated to do this. But you mentioned something very important, Valerie. You're all have busy lives and most of you employed doing other things.
Yes, totally. And the board is also all volunteer. So the hours that I spend on this, it's a part-time to a full-time job sometimes, depending what I'm doing for the week.
Absolutely. And so any donations that Ruby Mountain Voices happens to collect as a 501c3, a nonprofit community choir, can go right back into performing and expanding, buying music, for example, maybe possibly traveling someday?
Someday we would like to do the travel thing, to go down to Reno and do some mini choir fest with some other nonprofit choirs that are down there. There's several of them. That one of them is High Sierra Notes that I've looked at a lot. And then there's some more professional groups down there, Philharmonica ones. But right now I think the High Sierra Notes would be a great one to collaborate with. And that's something that we need to work towards too. And building our music library. You can't sing the same songs all the time.
Right.
And, the audience wants to hear new and exciting things. And unfortunately, music is getting more expensive just like everything else out there.
Oh, Valerie, you must be very proud of this group. And so we'll go around and talk to all the folks a little bit. And we are obviously going to be talking about events, performances that will round out this year, as well as maybe dropping a few dates, as you suggested, for these 3 big concerts coming. And it's America 250. That's got to be a big one.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. We can been kind of keeping that on the back burner, but everybody keeps reminding me, it's the 250th anniversary. You have to do something.
I'm sure. Well, Valerie, thank you. Well, we will definitely come back to you as president of Ruby Mountain Voices in continuing our conversation today. She's going to co-produce the show with me. She's on the lead microphone over here, along with the headphones. And so Lynn Lamont is next as a choir member. Should we swing that microphone over to you, Lynn? And thank you. Good. Nobody got whapped with the other end of it. Thank you. So scooch right up to your microphone, Lynn, and thank you, Valerie. Appreciate you very much. So we were talking about the significance of music and what about the importance of music and the arts, fine arts in schools, Lynn, since you were a teacher for a long time. And I bet you see students singing in some of our musicals or other productions locally, right?
Yes, it's really fun to see students that I taught years ago still involved in music. I taught music up at Mountain View for 16 years.
What was your
K
choir
through.
Up there?
It was the Mountain View Elementary Choir.
Okay.
Right, and
I think they continue, right?
yes, they do. Tamara Gowans is now the director and the music teacher up there, and she's doing a fabulous job. But music is such a great part of education and so important to just children and their overall development.
Because there's a social aspect, as Valerie was describing. Right. And I understand there are other mental aspects of
exactly
music.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Mathematical.
Yes.
Reading.
Yes.
It all combines together, and it's just a wonderful thing. I love that kids just love to come to music class, and if it's just to be familiarized with it and to I was always amazed at how many students never sang at home or never were sung to. I mean, that was something that just happened in my family, and it's not common. I was surprised.
Exactly.
That it's not common.
It's kind of like if in our house, too, if you didn't walk into a house that had books, shelves of books and things, and you're right, there's a musical instrument or two, or someone loves to sing and sings around the house and sings out loud. And so it's also nice to hear that Mountain View is continuing that tradition, because not every elementary school has a music program, right, Lynn?
No, that's because you're not compensated. It's an after-hours
Really?
activity. So there's no extra compensation at the elementary level for after-hours choir. So it was just, you just have to be passionate about it and saying, I want to do this, and the kids want to do it, and it's just...
So obviously Ruby Mountain Voices means a lot to you.
It does.
Sounds like you've been singing your whole life.
I have been. I started as a kid in the church choir with my family. I have 6 siblings. There's 7 of us, and if the Robertsons weren't going to be there that Sunday, the choir didn't sing. So I remember being not very happy that we had to leave early for church to go to choir practice, but now I'm pleased that my parents pushed us to do that and learned how to sing parts, and because it's become a joyful part of my life.
Oh, and you can tell. It shows on your face. You can hear it in your voice. And Lynn, what a gift that you're sharing with us, and continue. And thank you for all the inspiration for all the years, for all the students that are continuing to sing.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And you sing alto, is that
Yes.
right? So we're going to go to your colleague who is a soprano, and we're going to talk to Emily. And what is it about sopranos, Emily? You guys intimidate us. It's all because you're just, yeah.
So I originally, when I did music, I was alto. I'm a higher alto. So when we were short on sopranos, I was like, well, I'm going to try it and see. And let me tell you, over the last year, it has been amazing. And my voice range has increased. It's just been a great experience. So I've really enjoyed the soprano, because alto is sometimes can be a little boring. But what I love about this choir is they choose music where everybody gets to be highlighted. And there's different parts, and soprano's not always singing the melody, so it gives you that challenge. So it's a really great group, and I've just enjoyed my year and look forward to many more.
Oh, Emily, and I love that you've described this as a journey for yourself, as an improvement. It sounds like you're almost describing singing as an exercise, right?
Yes, it is. I believe it is. You learn how your breathing. It's not just a physical exercise for me, because you're working on your diaphragm and everything, but a mental one too. It brings such joy to do singing and to bring joy to other people. So as we're singing and looking at their faces and enjoying our concerts, it just gives you a nice well-being feeling.
Oh, Emily Crofts is a choir member. She sings soprano with Ruby Mountain Voices. And did you care to share with us what you do otherwise that might maybe inspire other people to join the group?
I'm a business analyst for an IT firm, so my everyday life is kind of boring, so this added a little spice. I moved back here after not living here for 30 years, so I thought the choir would be a great way to meet new people and people I've already known, so it was a great way to just get introduced into the community again.
That is a lovely story. And those of us who've lived here for a long time, we love hearing that, Emily, that you wanted to come home too.
Yes, very
and
much.
what about that idea? Some people say there's nothing to do in Elko.
Oh, there's lots to do. When we first moved here, my kids moved up here with me, my adult kids, and they're from the city, so they're like, oh, there's nothing to do. But they've realized how many different activities and me getting involved in the community choir like this, it's really opened up what a great place this is to live.
Oh, that's wonderful, Emily. Thank you for sharing your story, your inspiration with us, and of course for singing with Ruby Mountain Voices and lending your beautiful soprano voice to that.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Emily Crofts is with Ruby Mountain Voices. And now we're going to switch over. Everybody knows Rick Whittington, and we'll slide that microphone over to you, Rick. That's okay.
I'm not
That's
sure
fine.
everybody knows me, but
Well, if we don't know you through Ruby Mountain Voices, you are our local tennis pro. And so, so hopefully you've had a great season doing that, Rick.
we had 2 new tennis courts. Yay.
Yay.
That's so good, yeah.
See, persistence pays, right?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So as vice president of Ruby Mountain Voices, obviously helping Valerie, a busy schedule, a lot of things going on. What inspires you to sing with Ruby Mountain Voices, Rick?
Well, previously I sang in a large group down in St. George, Utah called the Southern Utah Heritage Choir, which is a worldwide group. they used to call them the mini Motabs down there. And it was a large group, 180 singers, and a very dynamic group, seasonal singing, and just wonderful. And the conductor down there, a guy named Ken Peterson, became a personal friend of mine, and he has conducted that choir for, I think, 13 years now, very successfully, to CDs, to travel all over the world. And Valerie and I were talking, we said, wouldn't it be kind of neat if we could get a workshop with somebody like that?
Sure.
Called him up, said, Rick, I'd be happy to come up. He did it pro bono. We had to pay for his electric charges on his car. But put on a 3 or 4 hour workshop with us that let us see for the first time how good we could really be. He's he's a wonderful man, a great conductor, and just really brought out the highlights in our group. So it kind of set a bar for us to try to continue to reach for. Great guy.
That is really thrilling. And that is, listeners, for your benefit, for you to know that when you make contributions to Ruby Mountain Voices as a nonprofit, you can contribute to some of that development, professional development that they're doing as outreach.
Yeah, it's our first shot at a real professional coming up and working with us, and we're going to continue along that road. It just was a wonderful experience.
So it sounds to me, Rick, like what you're describing too really fits in with singing, with being a musician. I mean, attracting visitors and tourism, that a choir can actually be a boost to the economy.
Well, it is. It's another facet for the city to brag about as an asset to it. And we are quickly becoming that asset. There was a void in time when there wasn't a community choir, and the convergence of Cat Phillips and Valerie and I that kind of all got together through a very weird sense of situations. But it just felt right, and we all wanted to do it. And ever since that time, anything that's gotten in our way has been kind of taken away. All the limbs are always bending in the right direction with this choir, and it's just been a marvelous experience. Music is definitely a mind-body thing. It inspires our mind. It can raise your hopes and feelings, and I just love music. I mean, from Bach to the Beatles. I mean, everything in between. So music's an important part.
That's really lovely, Rick. We're talking with Rick Whittington from Ruby Mountain Voices. He is the vice president of this nonprofit choral music group. My experience with a choral group was with Elko High School choraliers, and they are so beloved and they are so requested, and they do so many things that I worry that we're going to exhaust these teenagers who are very energetic and passionate about what they do. But now we have Ruby Mountain Voices, so that once they graduate high school, if they want to continue to sing, Rick, now they have an outlet for that.
We have some choralers in our group. So,
and I want to mention Spring Creek High Expectations too. Yes, they have a choral music group, which is lovely. Yes, yes. So you do have some former choraliers in the group. Yes.
Big old bass guy. He's really good.
Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. So, as you said, you find personal inspiration. So sometimes people meditate, that maybe they go out and play tennis, they play golf, there are different things, but you think music can be soothing and cathartic and healthy for your soul?
Oh, absolutely. Anything that can de-stress your mind and your body, which music is a great catharsis for. It's phenomenal in that extreme.
Now this question might be because what if you're new to singing? I mean, can you still find a place in Ruby Mountain Voices, or might that be something in the future? Is there something people could be doing now to prepare?
The choir is an auditioned choir. And if somebody is weak in a particular area, but we still want them to sing, we'll bring them on board and work with them. So it boils down to a passion and having some capacity to sing, certainly, but you don't have to be operatic to sing for the choir.
Well, here's another tough question.
But if you are, please come.
Yes. If you're operatic, please come. That's so exciting. And I know with Connie coming up next, we're going to talk to her about a variety of those things too. But so can everybody sing, Rick? Or, I mean, what is...
Well, that's a challenging question. If you asked my brother that, he could sing on one note,
Yes.
And he called it singing, but... We kind of have some different definitions for it and some requirements for it.
Sure.
And we want it to be that type of quality choir. not to be exclusive to anybody, because anybody's welcome to try out.
And there are lessons. I think some people even in this room may teach or have taught, or there are lessons available locally, for example.
Kat Phillips has been teaching for a long, long time, and she's well known in the community for that. So we're happy to have her on board.
Nice. So, Rick, anything else before we switch over to Connie? I want to make sure we've gotten all your thoughts in today.
Just deeply appreciate your support and the radio station support. It means a lot because it's a great way of getting us out to the community. We're starting to get some followers now, so it's kind of a neat feeling.
Oh, Rick, thank you so much. We're so pleased to do this. This is what brings us joy, being part of our community and spreading the word and the message. And you're wearing the Light the World Giving Machine sweatshirt. He looks like a vending machine today.
My daughter was really involved with Kim over there at the Elko Management Group and putting the decorations up and pulling it all together. And so I got one of these when I got home, and she said, "You're wearing it all the time."
It's nice.
So,
and Sunday the 7th is the last day to contribute at the machine. So
please come down. It's a fascinating way to give back.
It really is. And there are local charities. Yep, to the world and right here at home, Rick. So thank you. Thank you for all that you bring to the community. So
thanks.
We're going to swing that microphone over to Ms. Connie Muir. And Connie, you're very well known in Elko, and it's like you never left. I know you moved away for a while. We're happy to have you back.
I sure did, but I had to come back here once the grandkids started coming.
Oh, that's all it takes is for you guys to just start having those
But also, I missed my Elko people and all the things that I can do here that I couldn't do down in beautiful downtown McGill.
Yes. Well, every community deserves a choir, certainly, just like I think every community deserves at least one news reporter if you've got a city council. So here you are. Connie Muir is a pianist. We don't have to say for exactly, but you've been playing the piano for a long time, right?
Yes. Well, I started piano lessons when I was in the 3rd grade, just like every one of my brothers and sisters had to. And I'm the one in the family. We had 5 siblings, and I'm the one that just loved it. So they had to tell me to stop practicing instead of set the timer. So I just took off with it. I think part of it's a natural gift, and part of it was I was willing to work.
Well, you certainly work and work hard, but you look like you're having this joyful time. And you're one of those people that play that when I've seen you accompany people, I think, is she even reading the music? Because your fingers fly and you just seem transcended by it. Yeah.
Well, I'm keeping the music in my eye, but after you practice a few times, your fingers have muscle memory and your heart feels where you should be playing anyway because you've played it so many times. But I had a quick comment I'd like to make when you were talking about the emotions of music. I wonder if your listeners can think right now of a song that from their memory back when they were young that just made them feel good.
Yeah.
Or maybe one that made them feel sad.
Oh, all of the above.
it could bring out so many emotions, and that is exactly what music does for me. And if you are a musician of any sort, even singing in the shower, you will find that music does bring you feelings that you can't get from anything else. And so that is what our choir is trying to do for our community, and anybody that'll listen to us really, is bring out some emotions that we are feeling ourselves when we sing these songs. And there's some pretty good hits that we're doing this next Friday, I think, at our concert. So if anybody can make it to our concert next Friday, and that'll be at the Presbyterian Church at 6:30, and their heart will be filled with some of the wonders of the music of Christmas, I promise you.
Oh, and did you want to add something to that, Valerie?
There's also going to be a dessert reception following.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. There we go. The rehearsals,
That's a different program.
Oh, that's a different program. We're going to talk about that one too. Thank you for reminding us of that, because again, so many performances for this great group. And so Connie, how do you feel performing with Ruby Mountain Voices?
I enjoy it immensely. These are people that are musicians. And so naturally, once we start getting a song and singing, we have probably 20 different opinions of how a song should be sung. And then it's up to our director's discretion to peel back those layers and get the best sounds of the choir, because we're not all the same. Some think this part should be loud, some think this part should be soft, some fast, some slow. And then you get me, who thinks I should have my own way every time. But it doesn't work out that way. We're a group. And so the directors take that time and get it polished up so it sounds just the way it should for our performance. And we're so excited for next Friday because we have some songs that we haven't performed at all this season yet. We've performed in a few places, but we've saved some of the best for the concert.
Connie Muir is pianist for Ruby Mountain Voices, and it sounds like you described a democracy. That was exciting. That's how it should work.
Yeah, there you go.
That's wonderful, Connie. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, without, I wanted to make sure everybody got to chime in, because we're going to close out the program with Valerie talking about these year-end performances. But Connie, did you get to talk about everything you wanted to? Because
well, never enough for me.
I know.
But
all the musicals that you've been in.
Yeah,
and yes.
I've had a great, wonderful musical experience in my life, and I'm really grateful for that. But next week comes our work, coming up to the next performance on Friday, and then we take off on our next project.
All right, exciting. Take it away, Valerie. That's a perfect segue. Thanks again to Connie Muir. We've had fantastic guests here today on behalf of Ruby Mountain Voices. So, Valerie Sargent is president of Ruby Mountain Voices. Let's close out the program by describing all the opportunities people have to come hear you sing.
Well, our Christmas concert is our second annual Festival of Peace. And, I think that it's been quite an accomplishment that we've made it.
Oh, sweetie. The Festival of Peace, just thinking about that. It's going to be at the Presbyterian Church?
Yes,
Okay.
First Presbyterian
All right.
Church, located on Sewell Drive. And afterwards, we're going to have a dessert reception as a thank you to the community and to our sponsors. And also that we hope that everyone will come and enjoy it. The church holds 240 is what I've been told. So our goal is that we exceed that. And eventually we want to have where some of our concerts will be held at either the EHS Performing Arts Building or also at the Convention Center.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I know the Great Basin College Theater, they may not have all of the equipment that you need, but I know they hold 260, so it's a little bit bigger than, but...
I thought it held more than that. Okay.
260,
260.
yeah.
Yes, but we are also singing on this coming Saturday at Grammar Number 2, and I'm not sure if this is a community event, but I'm still going to plug it, on Breakfast with Santa.
Oh, fun.
It's going to be early in the morning, so I'm not sure what time they open their doors, but we are scheduled to sing, I believe, at 8:45 to 9:15 or so for half an hour in the morning. So that will be this coming Saturday, and then, of course, our concert on the 12th at the First Presbyterian Church at 6:30. And then we have... Rick and I are also involved in one more event that I wanted to talk about, just real quickly as a plug. It's an interfaith Christmas musical program that's involving several churches. And the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is sponsoring it for the building and providing the facility. But the Episcopal Church is involved, and also the First Presbyterian Church. And we're still going out into the community and inviting people to come. And that is going to be December 19th on a Friday at 6:30. But we are looking for choir members throughout the community. Whoever wants to come and sing in this choir is
kind of like
welcome.
the Messiah sing-along, right?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of Christmas hymns, but the choir will have two practices. December 14th at 2 to 3 p.m., possibly to 3:30, and on Thursday, December 18th from 6 to 7:30. And we also have narrators, and they're already picked, but the congregation is also part of this program with singing a lot of Christmas hymns, because so many people go to a Christmas program and they sit and they watch. And it's like, well, that's nice to do, but when they sing and they feel that they're a part of it, it is amazing, the spirit that happens and the feelings that people enjoy.
Oh, Valerie, what a wonderful opportunity. If anybody has missed any of the dates we just described, dates or locations, is it best to go to your socials?
We do have a Facebook page. We do have social media, and we also have a website. So Ruby Mountain Voices for Facebook, and we're also on Instagram. I'm kind of the generation, I don't do Instagram.
We're looking at the younger people. Yeah.
I know, Emily, she has
Thank
lots
you,
of
Emily.
followers. So
Yeah. Oh, good.
You can go to, what is your Instagram handle? So they can.
Well, I do TikTok.
Oh,
she does
TikTok. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, yes, yes. So we want to send them to either Emily Croft's TikTok page. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, my TikTok is Adventures with Junebug and Jax. So we it's a lot of turkeys and chickens and animal stuff, but I also post a lot of our videos that we do as well, just to get it out there in the TikTok community.
And you have a lot of followers? Yeah?
Around 8,000.
Oh, that's decent. I think that's, yeah. Well, that is great. Thank you all so much for being here today, for what you bring to the radio program and to our community. Not just this time of year, Valerie.
Oh, well, thank you. It is a joy.
It's really a joy. It's a joy to visit with Ruby Mountain Voices, but it's even more joyful to be with the voices, to hear them sing, to be in the audience, or even maybe in the future to become a member of this all-volunteer community choir in our community. Thanks again. Our guests today have been Valerie Sargent, the president. Rick Whittington is vice president. Lynn Lamont is a choir member, along with Emily Crofts, who is a choir member, and Connie Muir, the pianist for this nonprofit group. Thanks again. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, listeners, for joining us for Elko Live today.